Hey, what's up guys, Snowy Minotaur here. Today, I'm going to be talking about a topic that's been going around recently when it comes to the new season Fortnite OG. And that is, should Fortnite OG be a permanent addition to Fortnite? As you can tell from the title of this video, I'm actually pretty mixed on it. So I want to give my own personal opinions because I've been seeing a lot of people throw around different ideas and obviously different opinions surrounding this topic. So let's discuss this, ladies and gentlemen. So obviously Fortnite OG, I've been absolutely enjoying this game. I have been loving this season, and it kind of explains why videos have not been up that often this season, because I'm just absolutely enjoying the game right now. Honestly, I think I just recently surpassed like level 50 as of this video recording, and I'm probably already almost done by the battle pass right now by the time this video goes up, which is just crazy. I'm loving this season right now, but I will say having the season around for a month, I don't mind it. Now obviously a lot of people would love to see this actually stay in for a very long time, and one of the reasons as of why is because it brought back so many players into the game. I'm not even kidding. The player count for Fortnite right now is at its highest peak ever at 44 million people on one day. Literally, the Fortnite Twitter actually tweeted this out. Like, that's absolutely crazy. So they know that this is extremely popular right now, and especially with how many people are playing the game right now, it's insane. And not to mention, a lot of people absolutely love the chapter 1 map. As somebody who played back in chapter 1, obviously I started in chapter 1 season 1, I can tell you this, it's really awesome to revisit this map again, even if it's only for a month. I love what they've been doing with the map so far. I've loved what they've been doing with the updates, and it's just overall just a really fun game right now. I think if you haven't tried out Fortnite OG, I would highly recommend people try it out. For those who have not played it, it is definitely worth playing, especially if this does not return, because people are throwing around the idea here to where it should stay in the game, or probably make it into like an LTM, bring it back once in a while. And a lot of people would really want to see it, because obviously a lot of people are kind of mixed around the area and like the whole idea itself, to where it's only going to be here for just a month long. Now, I actually would say that keeping it around as an LTM, like a permanent LTM, would be a really interesting idea, because more or less, I know a lot of people play this game casually, and probably that's the reason to why a lot of people would really want to play on the chapter 1 map, because it's a lot more casual, or in this case, it's a lot more simple. Like, you can experiment with a lot of different weapons, and obviously with different gameplay elements in here, especially with some of the newer gameplay elements adding in from other chapters, like chapter 3 and chapter 4, when it comes to like the graphics for chapter 4, but more or less with chapter 3, with the sprinting and mantling being in here, I actually think that actually was implemented perfectly into here. But I would say keeping it around as an LTM is honestly a pretty big negative in my opinion. And the reason why is because there's actually a few reasons. Number one, would it make this map not special anymore to players? Because as someone who loves chapter 1, keep in mind, I love the chapter 1 map. If it was to stay in the game, wouldn't that ruin the whole specialty of the map, and why the map is so special to a lot of people and to just like a lot of players? Because obviously chapter 1 was where a lot of people started playing, and obviously that's where a lot of people got their career started off, was in chapter 1. And I don't think it would realistically be a good idea for them to keep it around forever. Even though I would be for that idea, I just think that there would be more negatives in here. Like, it would probably get pretty boring, especially if they don't update it quite often, to where we know that next month we're getting chapter 5. Chapter 5 is going to be coming out next month, and we know that there's probably going to be a lot of updates to that map. But would they also update the chapter 1 map alongside it if they decide to keep it in? Because it seems like they aren't going to keep the chapter 1 map inside of Fortnite, which again, as I've just said, I am fine with that if this is the case here, because I do feel like it would not only ruin the specialty of the map, but it would also become pretty boring for a lot of players. And if we're going on top of this whole keeping this game mode as an LTM thing, people are actually comparing this game mode and just the map in general, Fortnite OG, to Party Royale. Now obviously, I've already said what I need to say about this game mode. It's a pile of shit and it needs to be removed. If you seriously think that this game mode is not dead at all, you are absolutely stupid. But comparing Fortnite OG, which is a chapter 1 themed season, to Party Royale is like comparing a gourmet restaurant dinner to like Dollar Tree food. Does that make any sense? No, it really doesn't. So the argument of going around by saying that, oh, it should be like an LTM, that, hey, since they kept like Party Royale in, why don't they keep this in? Which I can see the argument there to where people are going to make that comparison, but more or less, I would say a better comparison here is Zero Build. Zero Build was initially just a game mechanic that was just added in, and then it obviously turned into a full-blown game mode because of how popular it became. That actually worked due to the fact that the map actually coincided with changes as well with the loot pool, and obviously with the gameplay elements of zero build, and they would also need to make that with build mode and zero build basically built together. And this is my whole point. I don't think keeping it in as an LTM is a good idea. Kind of similar to Team Rumble. Originally Team Rumble was an LTM, but they kept it around as a main game mode, and look how that game mode turned out. I don't think it's a great idea to keep in this game mode because it would probably get really repetitive and pretty boring from time to time, especially if they don't update it that often, which would not be a good thing. And not to mention, other games have actually tried something similar to this by having 2 maps in rotation. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, since I've never played this game, Apex Legends I think has had 2 Battle Royale maps in rotation at the same time. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I can honestly see where that would be a big problem, is that would just be so much overtime, overwork for the people and the employees over there at Epic that it would just become tiring, especially catering to people who play Chapter 5, whatever they're gonna do with that, and obviously adding in like the simplicity of Chapter 1, keeping that as fresh and as humanly accurate as possible by also not only adding in other things that they've added into the game previously, like sprinting and mantling being in here. But the biggest thing that I honestly can say is that I generally don't think that Fortnite OG should stay in the game. And there is one word that I can describe this with: innovation. Fortnite needs to innovate their game. They need to keep pushing boundaries, trying stuff that they haven't tried before. This is something that they haven't tried before, but was it a good idea for them to do it? Maybe. Will they probably do this again in the future? Probably, if this was this successful. Again, 44 million people on a single day is just insane. But obviously, we don't need this to stay in for the whole time. I honestly think, as somebody who has played in Chapter 1, as much as I love playing this map, more or less a lot of people are playing this because of nostalgia and for the love from Chapter 1, because a lot of people love how simple the game was back in the day, because obviously, as I've just said previously in the video, we went from a heist theme season from Chapter 4 Season 4 with a whole bunch of game mechanics that people would probably get confused by, to basically back to where we were at the beginning realistically, but with a few extra things added in that have changed the game drastically. But I do think Fortnite should go away from this, even though I do think that they should bring back like Chapter 1 as an LTM in some type of aspect, like once in a while. Like make the Fortnite OG themes like a whole entire category of different seasons. Kind of similar to the chapters that we have. What if we got one for like Chapter 2? That would be pretty cool. Maybe down the line Chapter 3 and obviously Chapter 4. That would be pretty cool, and like so on and so forth. But make it only a month long so people can relive this type of stuff. But on top of that, make new and improving things, like obviously new chapters, and obviously like with new maps, new weapons, new mechanics, and so much more that people love to play. But overall, Fortnite OG, should it honestly stay in my opinion? I don't think so, but I wouldn't be against the idea for it to stay. I do think keeping the simplicity of what made your game popular to begin with is the best route to go. I wish this whole season the best of luck for how it goes, because so far, as I've just said earlier in the video, it is phenomenal, and I cannot wait to keep playing this season and where this goes in the future and what Epic will do with this type of format. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did, how about you enjoy this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, aka my X account. Socials are all on screen. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I love every single one of you, and remember everyone, it's always good to take chances.